Hi friends, welcome to Aishu's DIY. Today we will design a jewelry set, a necklace and a earring with bargain beadbox subscription for the month of February 2023. So I just kept it like this so that I know for sure what design I want to make. And it's just I wanted to use these colors, these two colors together. I really like these two colors together. It really pairs well, as in my opinion. They're of the same size. So I mix this jade. This is Malaysian jade, and this is, I think, crackled agate, I believe. Let me see. So I'm also using this spacer bead, the dragonfly spacer beads. Let me see what this is exactly. Um, yeah, crackle agate round beads, dyed or heated, and this is Malaysian jade beads, dyed quartz. These are dyed quartz. So let's get into this design. As you guys can see, this design can be made with macrame, or people are a little bit, I mean, maybe me going to macrame all the time, not everybody likes it, but this bracelet I made is one of my favorite bracelet, and I really like the dangles out here. It really is very, very pretty. And this color combination, this cord is exactly the color of the cord that is here. But since not everybody would like it, I might do it differently, or I might do it this way. I'm just a little bit, I mean, skeptical, means thinking about it. But then I thought, okay, why not, right? If I have the same color cord, why not I use it, right? And also this is pretty, and I want to do this dangle. So I have this short head pins. This is, I think, 1 inch probably. Let me just check. 1 1/4 inch. Okay, 1 1/4 inch head pin. This is how I made the earrings. Let's just make the earrings first and then come back to this, so that we can do this. But this is the pattern that I want to do. So here is the ear wire. I already showed you guys how to make the eye pin that we received from this box to into a ear wire. This is 21 gauge. You can use 21 gauge. Pretty much they use 21 gauge for ear wires, which is commercially made. So it is very simple to make this ear wire, and let's just do the earring. It's very simple. All you need to do is take this bead, the Malaysian jade, and a dragonfly. Look at how the color combination works. It's perfect. It's very pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend this wire on top at 90 degrees. Take my wire cutters and just snap a little bit. See how I keep it against my index finger? See, a little bit pops out, and so I just want to cut that little bit out. This is how I eyeball it, because for me it comes out perfectly every time. So the loop comes out perfectly if I do that. I know everybody's index finger is different, and it's less than it's like almost a centimeter or so. So here we go. Our loop is done and ready. All you need to do is now open up this loop, or you can open up the ear wire loop. Anyway, it's fine. So add it in here and then close it. When you do open up the loops or jump ring, go back and forth, this motion, not this motion. If you do it this way, you will break the round shape, and then it will be distorted. The shape will be distorted, and make sure it's completely closed. We have the beautiful earrings now made already. So let's just get back to the necklace. As this strand of beads I already used two here and two here, it'll be a little less. So I want this necklace to be a little bit longer, but not as long as you can do this in bead stringing wire and crimp the end, as you would do in any other thing. But you can also use macrame, as I said. So what I'm going to do here is take some beads. Yeah, actually this pendant I want to use because I really like it, because this is amethyst and it's a little bit lighter color than the Malaysian jade. I'm also using this crackle agate to kind of combine both the elements in the same necklace. Some beads are a little bit out of shape. You can avoid those beads. For example, these ones are a little bit out of shape, so we can avoid those beads. And then if you have something left over, all you can do is, what I want to do here is, I'm working with 0.8 millimeter Chinese knotting cord, and I keep it that way. I keep it in a spool, and then I'm just going to melt the end. This is how you melt the end and pull it out, so that you have like a needle like thing to string on your piece. And also the dangles that I wanted to I already talked about, which we did for the earrings. So we are going to do more dangles, right? Couple more dangles. Take some head pins and then add a bead and the dragonfly. Take your wire, your needle nose pliers or tweezer nose pliers in my case. See how I leave a little bit of space right there? That gives me the ability to bend it, otherwise it won't bend, right? It will be, and then I just keep it against my index finger and just cut the short piece off, and then take my round nose pliers and do it. Make a loop until you reach the other side. So the best way to do this would be decide how many dangles you want to make. I can use these two. That's one, and this one is a little bit bad as well, so I will discard these beads. So that's why I wanted a little bit more two strands to work with, because it won't be enough. So the best way to do when you're doing a couple of dangles is just to load everything and keep it. That way you will check for the bead shape and stuff like that, and then add your dragonfly. Okay, and I still have two more dragonflies, so we need in the multiples of 2, which is good anyway. Now that you have loaded it, go ahead and bend it. So you're working with one tool at a time. You can do that, or you can do it the way that I did the first time. So now I will just snip it off and make a loop. Now you're using two tools, but you can cut it and put it down. It's up to you. But I'm okay. This round nose pliers, which I got from Daiso Japan, is my favorite to work with. It's not very big and the loop comes out perfectly every time. I have one from Beadalon that I bought from Michael's, but that one is a little bit bigger. But if I'm working with a heavier gauge and I'm not able to do it with this, I use that. But mostly I use this. It's a very comfortable tool I have, and as you guys know, Daiso Japan, every item is almost like $1.50, and this one is $1.50, and I still use it. It's been so long, I think at least 6 years to be exact. So I still use this tool, and this is my favorite, round nose pliers. So now that you have all the dangles made, and as I said, you can add this dangle to the um, Chinese knotting cord, and it won't come off because it's completely, see this, you can just do it this way, it will not come off. So our dangles are ready, our center pendant is ready. Now all we need to do is string in the beads. First of all, I want to take all the beads, because if you start, I always do that, start making it and then figuring it out and then adding cord and this and that. It's better to be calculated before than later. That way you will have the exact pattern and number of beads that you want to work with. So I will like to separate my beads in 5 sections. In 5 groups. See, so we have 7 of the 5 groups, right? So I'll take one group off. You have 3 of the 5 groups on either side, for either side, and then we will separate these 2, and then 1 is left. So this is how much you have for one side of the necklace and the other side of the necklace. This is what you need to work with. So now you know for sure. So in these beads you can take the lighter color and the darker color, but I really like the light color a lot for this purpose. So I like to pick up the light color from the agate beads, and if there is any bad beads that you can avoid, you do pick out that right now. So that way you will know for sure exactly the number of beads you're working with. If needed, we can add these 2. Yeah, that's how much lighter color we have. I think this is good enough for our necklace, is what I feel. So again, we have how many beads? 10, 15, 20 beads. And in here we had 15 plus 2, 17 beads is what we had. Yeah, 17 beads, 20 beads. So we need to figure this out. So every 3 beads, if you add this one, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have to add the dangles as well in the middle. Anyways, we will add 2 beads here. So let's save this on the side. Okay, so in the middle the amethyst will come. I'm not a big fan of that, so I shall leave the amethyst only in the middle. The Malaysian jade only in the middle. I really like that. So what I can do here is I can take these, add 2 beads and add this drop. Okay, and then here, so perfect. So 2 beads here, and then I will just add the bead regularly. Now that I have figured out the pattern, it's simple as to do like this. Start with agate bead. Since we have the agate, so we can start with the agate, and then 2 of this Malaysian jade. I will follow this pattern, string the beads, and I will come back. Hi friends, welcome back. I have a special knot over here. It's pretty simple, but at the same time it's nice and decorative. I wanted to do this knot and then for my necklace. So I already made this, but don't worry about it. I'll show you guys exactly how I made this. It's pretty simple. You must have washed this actually. I don't know. It might look pretty, you know, um, difficult, but when you make it, it is very, very simple actually. And I really like the way the pendant sits when we do this particular uh, knot. You can also do lockset knot if this is a little bit complicated for you guys. I wanted to show you guys with this pendant the same technique I used with this. I will show you guys that as well, but first of all I'll show you guys with this being the color contrast is really nice. It'll be easier for you guys to actually see what I am doing with the darker cord and thinner cord. So I took a piece of satin cord like this just to give it, if there is volume, then it's pretty easy. So I want you guys to put this through the hole in the middle. This is the hole. Pretend this hole to be the hole in this pendant. I removed the bail part, which is this, which has an opening, and you can just twist it or bend this a little bit and open it. I opened it because I thought that's a bigger bail which we don't want in our necklace. So you just put it through that, okay, and then take this loop and go over. Let me just do one thing. I'll just hold these ends this way, so it's easier for me to to show you guys. So take these ones inside and then take the loop and take it out like that, okay, and then separate these two cords in the middle and take it out like that, and take it out once more again, take it out like that, take it out like that. So you have this series of turns around, and when you pull that down you will have that knot, that pretty knot right there. I'll show you guys couple more times because it might be a little bit confusing, but it's not. It's easy. Okay, so I have these two cords. I'm just going to clamp this with my stopper. Take the cord, put it in from the top to the through the bottom of the loop, okay, just like that. Take this loop and go over the pendant like that, okay. So that's a lockset knot. Right now separate the two cords in the middle that we started with, and then take this donut inside, okay. Now this is what we have. Again, separate these two cords in the middle, take this donut and go over, okay, and then one more time separate these. Now you have enough to knot with. If you pull this down you will have this, okay. So now that we have seen with the bigger cord, we will do the same with our Chinese knotting cord. See, this is this I have strung one side, okay, one side I have finished, and as you guys see I did a mistake here. I forgot the bead cap right here, which I will do that. Since I tried the bead cap on top of the lighter color, it didn't look pretty. Only with the darker color it looks pretty, so I'm just encompassing the 3 beads with the bead cap. This is what the pattern I came up with. I really like it, so I need to correct this as well. I don't want to wait until I finish this up and I will come back. Corrected that. I finished stringing the half. Then you take these two the cords and fold it into just like a U. Keep it a U, okay. Take this U and put it through this loop, okay. Put it through this loop, okay. You bring the loop down just like that, okay. Take this and put it up like that, okay. and then separate these two cords and put the pendant inside once, and then twice, and then thrice. Okay, that's it. So now you just you have to bring everything together, but by then we need sufficient cord this side. But anyways, let me show you guys what I did. There we go. Our knot is pretty and it's done. This is how we do it. But see, this cord is not enough for this side of my necklace, so I'm just going to do it one more time and leave enough cord for the other side, and I'll string the beads and come back. Hi friends, welcome back. I have strung all the beads on the other side as well, and the knot is out here. As you guys can see, it's very pretty, the knot. And then these ones also are there. I started knotting on the end. I added one because I had only one of the purple beads left, so I added this agate bead, the lavender color, and I tied and I put an overhand knot here and here, left 3 inches worth of space right here, and started again a knot, and then a bead, a knot, then a bead, a knot. This this pattern right here, the purple, the bead gap, the agate, the bead gap, and the purple, I just don't want to add knots in between that. It looks very pretty, so I'm not adding knots only between the darker color from now on. And so it's a hand knotting technique. See this, these 3 beads, I just want to leave it like that. I don't want to add any knots between these beads. And after this purple, I do an overhand knot, crisscross applesauce, take this beads that you already knotted, put it through the loop, and this is how I do my hand knotting. I'll show you guys a couple of times. There is a couple of ways to knot. There is a knotter tool, bead along knotter tool, and there is tweezers that you can use to knot, and I'll show you guys how to use a tweezer first. You just make a knot just like that. Okay, then you have this knot, right? Don't tighten that up. Okay, take your tweezers. The bent nose tweezers works fine, very well for this project, but I don't know where I kept that, so I'm just using these tweezers. Put it inside the loop that you created and go ahead and hold the spot where you want your knot to be, which is right next to the bead, right? And then you pull this cord and slowly until it is a little bit tight, and then remove the tweezer. It'll still be loose, the knot will be loose, as you guys can see. Now hold this cord and push that knot towards the bead with the tweezers. You have your knot right next to the bead. That's also simple. And as you guys come over here, I just move all these set of beads right there. I'm not gonna add any knot in between any of those. I really like the way that is. And now I'm gonna knot again. So you keep it down. That's the best way to do it, so far I have learned. So I will just zoom in a bit more. Go through the loop right here and then hold where you want the knot to be. See that? That's where you want your knot to be, right? And then you pull the cord, okay, and slowly remove it. There will be loose, the knot will be loose. Now hold this cord and push this towards the bead. That way you will get your knot right next to the bead. And the hand knotting technique again, I will do that. So move the bead, wrap it around your 2 fingers just like that. So this is the cord which is there. Take the rest of the beads and put it through that loop right here. Okay, it might be a little bit difficult once you go for the other side, but it's okay, we can do it. Now take this hand, this is how I do it, and then all you need to do is put your index finger here and hold the bead between your thumb and your index finger, the knot, and the bead, as you guys can see, and then pull that. Now you will have the knot in the desired place. All you need to do is move the next set of beads, which is right here, as you guys can see. Now again, the hand knotting technique. Wrap it around your fingers. Just make this bigger. Uh-oh. What did I do? Okay. Okay. So if you make this hole bigger, it's easy for you to put all the beads through, but it's okay. Since we have the pendant, I didn't realize it at the first. So see that? So I bring this, I tighten this up just like that. Now the knot is right there. Then I hold it with my index and thumb and then pull that. That's there. One more time. Crisscross applesauce and then go through that loop. Okay. See this? I have the two fingers. This is the cord and I just twist it like that and make it like this. Transfer it to my right index finger and then pull it. There we go. Now the next set of beads. There we go. And then again a knot. So this pattern is really pretty if you want to do just in the beading cord, like bead stringing wire and then crimp the ends. That is totally pretty. You can do that as well, but I really like the Chinese knotting cord and I really like knotting, and also the color of the cord is exactly the color of the beads, so I didn't want to miss that opportunity to knot. So that's why I'm doing it, but you don't have to do it. You can just string these in a bead stringing wire, crimp the ends, add a toggle clasp, and then you're good to go. There is one I think there is one toggle that we got in the box. I don't remember. Yes, we do. That's just a pretty toggle that we got. You can use this and then crimp it, but this way you will get a nice the necklace will be nice and flexible around your neck and it gives a different look altogether, in my opinion. So we are here at the middle, so I want to show you guys this way so that you will. I started at the end. I still have my spool. I haven't cut, so all these beads are coming and it's in the spool, so I didn't cut it. This is how I like to work, so that I don't have any wastage at all of cord or anything else. So you can see at this point of time this bead has to come and the pendant has to come close to this. So what I'm going to do here is remove the knot and then make it right next to this, which is going to be a challenge, I believe. So I will do that and I will come back. I just need to make sure